This is part 5 in the Craftsman Emerson 150 drill press rebuild series. If you haven't seen part 4, click the link at the top of the screen. In this video, we're going to finish up with the base, and then we're going to discuss what's been discovered about this drill press so far. Hello everyone, I'm Jeff and welcome to my shop. We got a lot to cover, so let's get to it. So we ended part 4 with sanding the table part of the base. So here we are just rinsing off the base after we soaked it in some simple green. And then we're going to put this in citric acid. So this is pretty much what you've seen me do with the other pieces of cast iron. Again, we're just hitting it with a wire brush and trying to remove anything that's still left on there, the paint, the rust, whatever. And I did speed this footage up, but this is going to be a very short video overall, so I wanted to show it. And in other drill press rebuilds, I've actually used a paint stripper to get a lot of that paint off, but I'm not going to be using it in this video or in this rebuild. So once we finished that, we went ahead and mixed up some citric acid. Again, I've got basically a tablespoon scoop per gallon of water. We're going to toss it in this plastic bin, add the water, and then add the base. And then we'll let that fill up so that it's at least an inch above the base. We'll speed up the footage here for that. Nothing crazy. You know, you guys, like I said, have seen all of this before. But for anybody new to any of my videos, this is the process I use. And then we just put a top on it. And we always do the citric acid outdoors because it will start to smell like rotten eggs. So here we have the quill. I've got it chucked inside my metal lathe. And we are going to attempt to clean it up. But the pitting on it is really bad. So we're starting with 60 grit sandpaper. Now keep in mind that we really don't want to take a whole lot off of this thing. It's supposed to slide through several bores inside the head casting, and the more that we remove, the more play there will be. But as you can see, this pitting is extensive. Yeah. So it might be functional, but this is not the best option. And I would not sell a drill press or give away a drill press that has a quill like this in it. So we started out this project with the question of whether or not I was even going to be able to save this drill press. And looking at what I've got invested in it so far. So not taking into account the price of the drill press. Normally when I rebuild a drill press, we replace the bearings and all of these items that I've got here listed first. So we've got ball bearings at $66, and that includes the motor bearings as well as the drill press bearings. The V-belt, $15, cleaning and chemicals, $40, paint and primer, $60, and a replacement power cord for the motor at $20, and then miscellaneous parts for $20, and that came to about $221, and that's not, like I said, not including the cost of the drill press itself. So this drill press cost me $85. That came to a total of $306. So just to break even, I would have to sell this drill press for that if I was going to sell it. Then we replaced the motor pulley because the one that came with this drill press was incorrect. That cost $34.24. Replacement motor was about $100. Replacement base and column was about $100. Replacement quill and spindle, which I just ordered, is $95.40. Replacement panels for the model number is going to cost me about $40. Now that total comes to $675.64. And that's not taking into account anything else that I have to purchase for this drill press rebuild. So already we are at a significant cost on this drill press. And if I were to sell it after I rebuilt it, I would have to sell it for $700 just to break even. And that doesn't take into account any of my labor or time that I put into it. So I point all this out so that you guys have an idea of the cost that's involved if you decide to buy something that's in this bad of shape. Normally, I've got $200 and something invested in rebuilding a drill press, but in this case, we're, like I said, really high up there. So is it worth buying a drill press that's in this bad of shape? If they're not common in your area and they're hard to find, then maybe it is. For me, it really wasn't. I should not have purchased this drill press, but hey, I'm also not going to lay down and cry about it. I'm going to get this thing back to running order, and the price that it's going to cost is what it's going to cost. The bad news for you guys is that some of these parts that I've ordered, they're going to take a week or two to get here, which means we're not going to have any future updates to this rebuild series as far as videos for a week or two. Next week, I will be doing a video about drill press springs. So if you are in the need for drill press springs, I got good news for you. They're going to be for sale again. But as far as this rebuild, it's on hold for a week, possibly two, maybe even three. But then we'll get right back into it and get this thing knocked out. And in the meantime, I've got some rusty parts laying around that are useless pretty much. So that's where we are, and that's the state of things as it stands at this moment. So I apologize for the short video. We're only at 8 minutes or so. We'll probably be at 9 minutes or so when I finish talking. But, I'm also not going to quit on this. So if you guys got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. And I will see you guys when we get back into it. Like I said, there will be another video next week, but that video is going to be about selling of springs and how to install them and all of that kind of stuff. So until then, as always, I appreciate the support, and I will see y'all next time.